Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reaction to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2012 series. Currently we are on Season 5, Episode 6, The Curse of Savanti Romero, and Season 5, Episode 7, The Crypt of Dracula. Two very interesting episodes who very much seem like they're gonna be dealing with some really cool and interesting occult shit, like what we had in the first 4 episodes of this season, which I really enjoyed that. And yeah, this season seems to be actually really fun, and if this is anything like the storyline for the first 4 episodes, boy am I gonna enjoy the shit out of it. But yeah, as usual, before we get into the reaction though, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or my Ko-fi account, where by subscribing at the specific tier I've created for it, you get access to pretty much all of the full-length reactions that I've done. Which I think is a pretty good exchange, you know? You don't have to go there. If you don't want to, you can just stick with the YouTube reactions as well. Though, as usual, liking the video, commenting on the video, or subscribing to the channel is greatly appreciated, as well as continuing to watch my videos if you do truly enjoy them. But yeah, I don't really have much to say in the beginning of these videos, so let's just get into the first episode, Curse of Savanti Romero, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so are we back to the normal timeline? And we're not flashing back anymore?
Feels like ages since I've been out on Halloween. After all the aliens, demons, and super mutants, fake monsters are a
Wait, who are you dressed as, April?
Anytime. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I go out every year.
When did she used to wear that outfit? Because that looks so familiar.
Yo, trick or treat, dog.
But I haven't seen it in a while.
What about you, Raph?
I'm already in my costume. This is the one night we can go out and people won't look at us like we're freaks.
It's not like anybody reacts to you anyway, because you've been outside plenty of times and people don't seem to notice.
Casey's turned into a vampire and he's hunting me!
Ha! Classic Casey.
I'm serious. There are monsters all over the city. You have to...
April! April!
Go now!
April!
Okay, it seems like we are gonna be having another 4 episode long storyline, judging by the titles of the next 3 episodes.
This isn't you! You have to fight it!
But why would I fight it? I feel so good. Come with me, Donnie. I can make all that fear go away.
No, thank
Just
you.
one bite.
Donnie!
Get it together, man!
Renette? Fuck yes!
Jinkies!
Renette?
Hang on!
Yep, that's definitely something Savanti Romero did.
Renette, my hero!
Your girlfriend! Just in the nick of time.
Yes, I was worried the time scepter wouldn't have enough power.
Mikey, what are you doing there?
All okay. But what about April? Yeah, she and Casey got turned into bloodsuckers. It's not just them. Look!
New York is in chaos.
I don't understand.
Again.
How could this happen? What the heck is going on?
Then the future will belong to monsters. Monsters such as I.
Well, at least you admit what you actually are.
happen, Lemonhead.
Again with the bubbles?
Turtles. Now I can destroy them and assure my future.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, wasn't the voice actress for Renette Ellie from The Last of Us? It's been a bit, so I've forgotten, but I'm pretty sure that was the case, right? That's definitely one of the reasons why I love her so much.
We're in ancient Egypt.
Fucking what? Man, this season is fucking wild.
Egyptian pyramids and the Sphinx. Look, it still has.
Talk about a location change.
Nose. Big deal. What are we doing here, Renette?
Yeah, what does this have to do with Savanti Romero?
Mummies?
And when are we exactly?
Okay, this is definitely fucking unique, I'll give you
Raise the
that.
mummy of the pharaoh.
This easily genuinely might be the best season of this show.
Reverse the current.
Like a booby trap? This is a bad idea, dude.
Talking about booby traps with Renette in the room, Mikey?
There are no
Have you
booby
no
traps.
tact?
Egyptian pyramids?
Oh shit.
I told you what I say.
If I'm reading right, it says, only a worthy protector shall enter. And then I could do anything. We're about to be Swiss cheesed.
Think fast, Donnie.
Goodbye, Benny.
Well, this is a tomb.
They're so coming to life. Oh no!
Huh?
No.
Ha! Ha ha! Very funny, Raph. I know that's you behind me.
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Told you. Emotep. Emotep. No! Thanks, Renette.
Guys, we're here. The Pharaoh's chamber.
Why are we going here again? Did I miss something? I mean, cool location, don't get me wrong. Cool set pieces. I love this shit. What's with all the dead people in the last couple of episodes? For fuck's sake.
I must thank you for doing all my hard work for me.
I'm so sick of all these magic powers in the last couple of episodes. Fuck him up, Mikey. I don't think hitting him with a stick is gonna do anything. Yes! I was just gonna say behead him, but I don't think that's gonna do it either. I'm so sick of dead things. Like 5 different villains have been beheaded in the last 10 episodes.
Is there any way to reverse the mummy's curse?
Thanks, Leo. You really are
Mikey's jealous in the background.
Okay, according to the scepter, Savanti is traveling to the Middle Ages. It should have enough power for 2 more time jumps.
How convenient, that's exactly how many we need.
Middle Ages, here we come.
I hate time travel.
Aw. Hell yeah. Okay. I gotta say, I'm just now realizing how much this kind of like 3 or 4 episode storyline thing that we're doing with this season of TMNT 2012 reminds me of what the current season of Young Justice is doing, which, by the way, I would really kind of get back to watching Young Justice. I kind of completely forgot about its existence. I watched the first 4 episodes, they were very slow, but overall the whole story of the 4 episodes was really cool, so I definitely should get back to watching it. But it very much feels like the same thing where the episodes by themselves are less than ideal. Like, they definitely feel incomplete. They don't feel like as entertaining as like self-contained episodes. They very much feel like parts of a bigger whole, which is not necessarily a bad way to go about it, but it does make for like less entertaining or less exciting specific episodes, because as a whole the story I think is going to be really entertaining, just as entertaining as the first one. But the thing is, the specific episodes, like this one, for example, which was really cool, I really enjoyed it, but it does lack a little bit of excitement compared to what it should have, you know? But yeah, it was definitely a really fun episode. I really hope that this is not the best we get of the storyline, though. I hope it doesn't follow the footsteps of the first arc of the season. Because as good as it is, it's not as good as the first episode of the season. That is still the best episode in my opinion, but it is a pretty cool one. It's just that at this point, I feel like we're starting to kind of follow certain formulas with this one. Like, how many dead creatures have we fought in the last fucking 6 episodes? And how many of them we've cut their heads off or whatever? It just feels like too much of the same, you know? I really want something to switch it up a little bit, so... Yeah, but overall it was definitely a really entertaining episode, and I like the change of location. It feels refreshing and it feels entertaining. It feels like a completely different show, to be honest, but I'm here for it and I'm really enjoying it. And like, it's really working for me, this format for the season, where we have split it in like 5 or 6 arcs, or however many it is, with like 3 or 4 episodes per arc. It is actually a really legitimately cool way. The thing is, in my opinion, there is no one true way of how you should do a storyline for any show. That's why even in my stories that I write, like my ongoing story Dead Inside, I don't really have a set limit to how long my chapters are going to be. Some might end up being like just 3 stories, some might end up being 5, some might end up being 10, I don't know. But there's definitely different sizes fit for different situations, and I feel like the best way to do a show or a story like that is to use them all. Have one season that is like one ongoing story, have another season that is a bunch of smaller ones, have another season that is just 2 big stories. Like, I don't know, but I really like this formula. It feels refreshing for the show, because for the most part this show has been very slow with the development of its plot and story and characters and stuff. So to see it go through shit so fast, it's very refreshing, especially because it's gonna be continually doing it throughout the season, with some filler episodes in between, it seems like. But yeah, I really like this. This beginning of this new story arc, I'm here for it. I really, really like it. So yeah, in terms of a rating for this one, I am going to give it an 8.7 out of 10. Like I said, overall pretty entertaining, but there's definitely more entertaining. It can get more entertaining, but I do like it. But like I've said before, when we had Savanti Romero, I don't really like this version of Savanti Romero. I don't think I really like the 2003 version of it that much either, but I feel like this version is especially campy and over the top, to the point where I just don't enjoy him as a villain. If he was more insidious and just darker, I feel like I would like him more, but he's just very theatrical, and I just don't really think it fits with the character and the design and everything. But yeah, still, now we're gonna get into the second part of what seems to be a 4-parter story, the Crypt of Dracula. I mean, let me go back to the beginning of this episode, because I kind of completely forgot about this. Are we now fighting with Savanti Romero, who was traveling to time and causing the issues in New York in the beginning of the episode? Are we doing essentially the same kind of time travel, back in time shit that we did with the Triceratons? Because it does seem like it, because we saw Dracula in the beginning, we saw Frankenstein, and that seems to be the first episode of the next video, of the next episode of the Nostalgia Trip. So I don't think we saw the Mummy, but I guess this is also the episode in which we see him, so I don't know. I'm just a little confused about that, but I guess we're gonna find out when we get to the final part of this story arc. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into episode 7, The Crypt of Dracula, in 3, 2, 1.
Dumped in a swamp in the middle of nowhere? Thanks a lot, Renette.
Sorry, Turtle Warriors. I should have set the time scepter for drier ground.
No shit.
Mikey.
Woo! I'm kind of into the swampiness, dudes. We're turtles. Kind of feels like home.
Yeah, it does.
Where and when the heck are we, Renette?
We're in Transylvania in the year 1300.
Hey, this is actually not that far off
You mean
from my country.
No, it is Transylvania. Isn't that next to New York?
That's Pennsylvania, dummy.
Oh, hey.
Mikey!
Honestly, that hair does not look that
You guys better
good.
blend in.
Can't you use the scepter to levitate us or something?
It's running low on power. I have to conserve.
Yeah, but you could spend power on fucking giving us costumes. I mean, to be honest, Leo does look really cool. And his look here really reminds me of that one episode from the 2003 series where he was going on an adventure to find his calm self again. It's literally the same look. Man, this is giving me Resident Evil Village vibes.
Whoa, what happened here? The whole village is abandoned.
A tall lady called Lady Dimitrescu came in.
My friends, do not remain here. This town was consumed by the plague. I recommend going east.
That voice.
Thank you, sir. But we're going west, to Dracula's castle.
Do not be foolish, child. That way lies death.
Poor adorable creature. Father, this one is not well.
We must take care of ourselves first, Esmeralda.
Will this help you, kind sir?
So much gold. I thank you, strangers. My name is Volko, and this is my daughter, Esmeralda. We are travelers looking for work.
I am Renette, and these are the ninja goblins. They're goblins.
Come, my new friends. Let us hurry. We must reach our village before nightfall.
Wow, what is that gadget, Renette?
It's a Cronus wallet. It can produce money from any time period.
Sponsored by
Future
Rich
is so
Wallet.
rad.
I wish. Maybe one day. I definitely want to buy one Rich Wallet for myself though, because it's so fucking annoying carrying
We must all
an
be
old
aware.
school wallet with you.
Transylvania has
It's so
become very
bulky.
dangerous over the years.
It ruins any
Great
outfit.
evil has
Ultraviolet light should be especially painful for you,
Fine.
vampire.
I'll do it myself.
Release me from your power, demon.
Then you will obey me, Dracula. I am your master now.
What is with this season and fucking employing powerful demonic or satanic creatures?
We're gonna lose Raph if this
I
keeps
love the inspiration, like the occult like inspiration in this season, but why all of a sudden? Ichabod Crane? Are they gonna bring any fucking horror creature into this shit? What is this, Scooby-Doo? Just talking about it, by the way, I'm really kind of interested in watching Scooby-Doo at some point. I wish I hadn't seen the best Scooby-Doo, which is Mystery Incorporated. Good job! Although kind of lame how he just stabbed him and pulled her away without really doing anything. Raph, why did you do that? Hey, what? Did you see that? He was a bat with a turtle for a face.
He must be downstairs in the crypt.
That was so stupidly looking.
Angelo, I want to suck his blood. Ah! No one's sucking me. No way, no how.
Only Renette. Only she's allowed.
You tried to destroy me, green demons. Now you will suffer. Too slow.
Can everybody stop kicking the turtles' asses?
Join us.
I'm tired of that. What are you gonna do to him, Imhotep? sorry, my mouth kind of froze in that position after he fucking pushed his hand into his throat. Jesus Christ, everybody's kicking their asses! For fuck's sake! That's what I'm saying about the show's power balance being out of whack. I don't feel like the turtles can actually win.
Fools!
Okay. I gotta say, it is kind of hard to judge all these episodes on their own because they're very much part of a bigger whole. And they're just like, I don't know, it just genuinely feels like it's like a 2-hour movie split into 4 episodes. And it is kind of hard to even watch them and react to them, let alone review them. That is kind of the reason why I chose not to react to the 4th season of Young Justice. Especially after watching the first 4 episodes, my opinion of not reacting to the 4th season was solidified because I can't react to it because there's literally not enough stuff happening in those 20-minute episode, 20-minute long episodes. Because it's generally just a movie split into 4 episodes. And it's the same for this, it seems like. Sure, we have the things about the episodes that happen about the episode in the chapter of the story that we get to see in this episode. But again, it's hard to judge it without seeing the whole thing. On its own, it's fine. I feel like the previous episode was a little bit more interesting and a little bit more refreshing compared to this because I don't think we were ever in like an Egyptian-looking location before. Well, we have definitely been in like forests and creepy castles and shit in this show, I'm pretty sure. So this is not as refreshing as that. And also, I liked more the gore and the horror factor of the mummies compared to the werewolves and vampires. I feel like this might be more appealing to some other people, but to me, I just like the mummies more. It's just a little bit more interesting to me compared to this. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this episode. It was fine, it wasn't bad or anything, but it's just that this whole arc, I definitely do not like it as much as I did for the first one. I feel like the first one was much more entertaining. One of the reasons being because it actually felt like a continuation of the story, while this feels like it's kind of its own separate thing. Like I said, it feels like a movie split into 4 parts, while I feel like for the first arc, it genuinely felt more like different episodes of the arc. It felt like the next arc of the TMNT, you know? But yeah, still we have 2 more episodes to check out of this arc, it seems like, which we're going to be doing in the next episode of the Nostalgia Trip. But so far, it's fine, but I don't really care about it too much, especially because half our cast is gone. And as much as I like Renette, it does in a way feel like a repeat of what we did. Was it in season 3? I think it was in season 3 when we saw the tale of the yokai. Was it? It does feel like a repeat of that because it's essentially again traveling back in time and not being able to defeat Savanti, so we follow him in the next episode and fight him again and again and again and again. And it's just that is not that entertaining too much to me. I didn't like it back then that much, and I don't like it here. There's a potential that I might like the Frankenstein experiment, depending on where they go with it, but I feel like if one episode of this bunch is gonna be interesting, it's gonna be the final one, Monster Among Us. Not only because it's gonna be the climax of the story, which is gonna be thus the most exciting part of it, but I just feel like going back to New York and seeing all the mayhem again is just gonna be the most entertaining part of it, instead of just going to these random different locations. Especially because, like I said, the Crypt of Dracula and Frankenstein experiments locations are not that refreshing compared to the ones for the Curse of Savanti Romero, so yeah. So I gave the Curse of Savanti Romero an 8.7 out of 10. So for the Crypt of Dracula, I'm going to give an 8.4 out of 10. It's fine, these are still high ratings, it's just that there's a little bit of a lack of excitement from me for these episodes, which could be just me not really finding excitement because I've watched a lot of episodes today, but it also could genuinely be explained by the fact that this just doesn't feel like a complete story. So it's like, imagine you're watching a movie and you take the part of the movie that starts at the 30-minute mark and ends at the 50-minute mark. It's probably not going to be that entertaining, might even be the blandest and least interesting part of the movie, and that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But it's still fine, like, it's still enjoyable as a whole. And I feel like no matter how bad the separate episodes, or how boring or how uninteresting or how bland the different parts of the episodes might be, overall I really like the story arcs. Because it's kind of, like I said, the same as in Young Justice Season 4. The first 4 episodes were slow as fuck. It was so boring watching through them. But after I watched the whole thing, it felt so entertaining and so satisfying. Because it felt like I just watched through a movie. And yeah, like I said, I really gotta get back to continuing to watch and review Young Justice. I reviewed the first 4 episodes of Season 4, but I gotta get back and watch the other episodes that have been released. I was contemplating at one point to maybe react to Young Justice, but I've seen a lot of it, and I've watched a lot of reactions to it, especially by the Blind Wave crew. So I can't really react to it because of that, because I pretty much remember everything about it, and nothing is gonna be shocking. There's gotta be at least some level of lack of knowledge for me to be able to really enjoy it. That's why I also cannot react to Avatar: The Last Airbender or Gravity Falls or Mystery Incorporated, or Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Although for that one, it's more so the fact that that show relies a lot on you not knowing stuff to be shocking and entertaining, and I obviously know exactly the whole story. But it is a really good show, and you guys should definitely check it out if you haven't. But there's definitely a possibility for me to react to, I think, the original Scooby-Doo it was, but also What's New Scooby-Doo, because I really love that theme song, and I'm gonna watch through a mediocre Scooby-Doo show for that theme song alone. But yeah, I got a little bit sidetracked. Can't wait to continue with this story arc. Might take a break for today after I'm done with the story arc, but we'll see. So yeah, what did you guys think about these 2 episodes? Comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 1 patron on Patreon, Deadpool. Thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you, because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot. I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you haven't enjoyed my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help with the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!